Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Billiard Network, the home of global pool on YouTube. My name is Imran Majid, aka the Maharaja, and what a treat we have for you today. Shane van Boening, arguably the best player on the planet, takes on Alex Lely, the Hague from the Plague. This is in preparation for the World 9-Ball Championships coming up next week. And they are playing race to 9, 1 on the spot, winner breaks. Rack number 1, Alex to break. Dry break there by Alex. The wing ball just missed the corner pocket, leaves Shane a straight in 1 ball and has to draw back slightly for the 2. Centre ball striking here. Draw back 2 or 3 inches. Now the 3 ball is right on the short rail where he's standing, so needs to put a stroke on this and get his cue ball back. I would suggest 2 rails. Just missed the 6 ball with some low left, maybe 7 o'clock on the cue ball. And a nice stroke there. Does he clear the 6? Yes, he does. Perfectly played. Excellent shot by the South Dakota kid. They are emulating the tournament format and probably playing for something cheap. I'm not sure exactly how much. Top players always like to have an incentive when they play pool. Makes them try hard and bear down rather than just whacking the balls around. They try to take it seriously and always need a little something to concentrate. Looks like Shane is a little bit short on this. Might have to play it with a touch of inside spin here to hold for the 8. There you see the spin taking effect. Centre ball striking. 2 rails for the position on the 9. It looks like he hit that ball quite fat, or he might have got a little bit of unintentional left-hand spin on the cue ball, which has altered the natural tangent line of the cue ball. It's faced with a dilemma here. I don't see any easy safety. Shane van Boening, a record 5-time US Open champion. And what a great feat that is for his CV. Alex Lely, on the other hand, has won a few tournaments back in the day, including the World Pool Masters in 1999, beating Efren Reyes in the final by a scoreline of 7-5. He's also a 2-time European champion in 8-ball and 9-ball. So Alex is no slouch, trust me, I've played him on a few occasions. I don't see any shot here. Shane's might have to jack up and fire the bank into the side. Okay, so he did play on the side, and what a great shot. That wasn't easy to calculate. Rack number 2, SVB to hit him. And there we see SVB adopting the Ronnie Alcano break style. This break was used by Ronnie Alcano when he won the World Championships a few years ago, when he defeated Ralph Souquet in the final, and he was drawing back the cue ball just like Shane did there to try and get shape on the 1. When you break like this, the 1 ball usually dresses up over the corner pocket and you usually get a shot. So that's a very interesting break Shane's adopted there. Snookered on the 2-ball, wants to kick this from behind 2 rails to get some distance. Nicely judged. Alex faced with a long 2-ball. Goes in the top left-hand pocket. I don't think it goes past the 4 in the right-hand pocket. He's just checking now. Maybe it does, I'm not sure. Okay. He's going for the top left, I think. Touch of right-hand spin. Nicely executed shot. Unfortunately, he hit the 6 and has lost position for the 4. I think he wanted to get a full ball hit on the 6 to leave the cue ball there, so he would have had a shot in the side, but looks like he can soft draw this behind the 5, put the 4 ball somewhere behind the 8. Nicely executed. Was a little bit touchy, that shot, but controlled it well. Shane faced with a kick shot here. Be interesting to see what he does here. Oh, that was a nice shot. Excellent shot, actually. He knew the 4 ball didn't go past the 7, so he just wanted to contain the situation, which he has done. Good thinking by SBB. Alex hasn't got an offensive shot. Okay, I see. Using the 8 and 9 as blockers. Unfortunately, just hit it a little bit too hard. Has left the 4 ball open for Shane. Shane does have a bank into the side pocket. Missed the bank. Looks like the 4 ball straightened up there. So he'll take note of that and put it in his memory bank for future banks on this table. Horrible shot coming up here. Wow, straight into the heart of the pocket. Who would have thought? I didn't fancy Alex for that, because obviously he hasn't been playing competitively for the last few years. Faced with another horrible shot. If he can make the one he just did, this is slightly easier, but still tough. Played it into the rail slightly. Good thinking. And that was great cueing as well. So 2 absolutely tremendous shots there by the play from the Hague. Does Shane have his work cut out? Alex looks like he's in dead stroke. Those 2 long shots he just fired in, they were no hangers, trust me. You had to have good fundamentals, stay down and follow through, keep your head still. I mean, they were very low percentage shots, but he made them both. Hats off to him. Great fundamentals by Alex Lely. 1-1. Good shooting, Alex. Rack number 3. Alex Lely to break. Looks like he's in good form. Apart from the break. It's come up dry once again. You don't want too many dry breaks against SVB. He's going to punish you at some point. Shane has been in Europe and was recently at the World Pool Masters, where he lost in the final to Alex Kazakis. Shane didn't really get a look at the table, had 2 or 3 shots as far as I can remember. Alex just put on a clinic and was a dominant display and hardly gave Shane a chance. Alex won that 9-0. Looks like Shane can come through the gap between 4 and 9, send the cue ball down table. Didn't want to hit the 6, has left a shot for Alex, although it's a tough shot, but he's made a couple of tougher shots than this in this rack already, or in the last rack. Does he go up and down table? Is he going to miss the 3 ball? It was very close to the 3 ball. I think Alex thought that he would catch a piece of the 3 to hold the cue ball down that end of the table. That's probably why he hit it at that speed. But here's another horrible tester for Alex. He can't make this as well. I mean, the guy doesn't play professionally anymore. Wow. What are you doing, Alex? You need to be back on the circuit. Amazing cue by Alex Lely. Wanted to be straighter on this 5 ball. I think he's going to go back around the back of the 6 and the 8, but it looks like he could catch a piece of that 8. Yeah, he hit it full ball. Yeah. Ideally, he wanted to be straight on the 5 so he could draw straight back for the 6. It was probably the most prudent play. He probably draws this back behind the 8, sends the 6 down table. There you go, using the 8 and 9 as blockers. Shane faced with a 2-rail kick. Oh, just missed it by a whisker. I expected Shane to hit that, really. Just 1 rail, centre ball striking. Want a little angle on the 7 to get back down for the 8. That looks pretty good. 1 rail position. Bottom left on the cue ball. Maybe 7 o'clock. Draws it back. Centre ball striking here. You can play 1 rail or you can punch it round 2 rails. It's preference, really. Alex goes for the 2 rail option, which is fine. Nice easy 9 ball to take a 2-1 lead. Rack number 4. Shane to break. Let's see if he uses the draw shot on the break again. Yes, he's sticking with it. And look, the 1 always comes over that corner. And if the 6 didn't hit the cue ball, he would have had a nice shot on this one. And yeah, that's a very productive break he's trying out here. If he's going to use that in the World Pool Championship, we could all be in a bit of trouble. Now it doesn't look like the 2 banks past the 3 into the side pocket. Could just send the cue ball behind the 6, maybe. Yeah, just before he played that shot, he put his Q-tip on the table. That's where he wanted his object ball to be. It's always a good idea when you're playing safe is to control both object ball and cue ball. So you should have a point on the table where you want your object ball to be. And that's exactly what Shane did. Alex faced with a long, tough shot on this 2. But he's been cueing well. There you go. He doesn't miss, this guy. Looks like he maybe decelerated slightly on that long 2 ball. Why did he point his Q-tip over to the right hand side rail? We should soon find out. Oh, he's going airborne. Buckle up, guys. Wasn't far away, but it looks like he's going to sell out the rack. Bottom left on the cue ball. Get your cue ball back. Close to the 6. Top players like to get close to their work. Use a bit of a top right hand spin there. Probably 1 o'clock on the cue ball. Little bit of inside spin, 2 rails for a nice position on the 9 ball. Shane ties up the match at 4-4 in this race to 9. Rack number 5, Alex to break. He's tinkering with his cue ball. He's changing sides, trying to find a sweet spot for the break. That was much better. Made the corner ball. Unfortunately, doesn't have a shot on the 1 ball. Oh, foul. When he took the magic rack away, he moved the 4 ball, but has put it back. So, thin clip, send the cue ball back down table, maybe behind the 4-9. Okay. It looked like the amount of the 1 ball he could see was too thin to actually play it 2 rails down this end of the table. But nevertheless has got a good result, snookering Shane back. Shane will have a plan here when he's trying to kick this 1 ball. Okay, so 1 rail with a touch of spin. Nice. It's difficult to know if he played that. If he did, that was Efren-esque. Not sure if Alex can see all of this 1 ball. Looks very tight. Looks like he's going to hop over the side of the 4, elevating his cue. was a good try. Yeah, just had to jump over the side of the 4 there. It was a good effort. Now, does he roll this in dead weight? Because it looks like the natural tangent of the cue ball is going to scratch in this corner pocket. He's either got to pound it to alter the tangent of the cue ball, and that's what he did. Yeah, he hit it hard. If he played it slow or medium speed, he could have scratched there in the corner pocket. That's why he opted to hit it hard, and has got a shot on the 3. Very makeable. Lovely pure stroke there by Shane. Got a nice angle on the 4 as well. 2 rail position, touch of right hand spin, maybe 2 o'clock on the cue ball. Play the 5 in the side. Yep. Slightly overhit it. Might have to come in and out of the corner now. 2 rails. Some bottom left hand spin. Yes, nicely done. Just going to draw back and play the... Looks like he's got into that too much. Yeah, he's overdrawn that. That's not like Shane. Safety behind the 9. That'll work. This is the IDM Club in Bucharest, Romania, and it's, for me, probably the best club in Europe or in the world. Amazing setup with lots of good equipment. They've got bowling alleys, darts, you name it. Very big club. Good hit by Alex. Not much he could do there. He might get away with this if it stops. Yeah, that's a pretty good leave. He'll take that. He's going to bank it. The bank lays quite nice. Yes, he's gone for the bank. Wasn't far away. Quite an intelligent shot. If it doesn't come over the side pocket and the 7 lands on the rail just before the side pocket, that's what he wanted to play actually. Straight draw. Nice drill stroke, well controlled. If this is a sign of things to come, Shane's got his work cut out. 3-2 to Alex. Rack number 6, Shane to break. Yeah, there you see, very nice break. Straight in on the 1. How do you like it? That's almost cheating, that break. Yeah, I mean, in the tournament, in the World Pool Championship, they're using winner breaks, but these guys are playing alternate break for some reason. It's a little bit tricky to get from the 5 to the 6. from where his cube was at. But now it's easy. Nice controlled draw stroke using left-hand spin. Draw this back and play it in the side. Okay. Plays it in the corner. Bottom right on the cue ball. Maybe 7 o'clock. Or 5 o'clock, sorry. Nicely controlled. Straight draw. SVB makes light work of that rack. Ties up the match, 3-3. Rack number 7. Alex Lely to break. Made the corner ball, lost the cue ball. Faced with a long horrible shot on the 1. Stayed still, wasn't far away. That was a good cueing again by Alex, wasn't far away at all. Not sure if Shane can kick this ball in. Yeah, I mean, yeah, didn't quite lay nicely for that kick because the 5 was in the way. So he caught the 1 ball quite full, and the cue ball followed it into the pocket. That's the cardinal sin, giving ball in hand. Nice shot there by Alex, keeping in line. Bottom left on the cue ball here. Get closer to the 4. That's nice cue ball control. You guys can see that Alex is a seasoned player. He's a student of the game, masses of knowledge. Bottom right on the cue ball here. 5 o'clock, play the 6 in the side. Okay, probably wanted it to bounce off the rail. Still okay. Might have to go round the angles. 3 rail position with some top right hand English. 1 o'clock on the cue ball. There you see the English taking effect. Nice position on the 8. Does he follow with inside, top left? 11 o'clock on the cue ball. Put a nice stroke on this. Don't let up your stroke. Follow right through. Keep your head still. Just a little bit short, but that will do. You wouldn't expect a former pro player to miss this, especially when he's been cueing so well. Nicely done. Takes back the lead, 4-3 to Alex. Rack number 8, SVB to Crackham. I mean, he would have had a shot again. I'm not sure if the 1 goes in the side. Probably doesn't, according to Shane's demeanor. Yeah, I think he's looking at the top pocket now. This is no hanger. Touch a left-hand spin, maybe. Oh, clean, straight into the pocket. What a shot. Slightly off angle on the 2, but shouldn't be a problem. Doesn't have to do much with the cue ball. Just bounce on and off the rail. Kept his head still there, which was key. stop your rock right there. I'm not sure how much angle he's got, or he could stun into the 7 ball. Yes, nicely done. Not sure if he's messed up the 7 ball. He's just checking to see whether it still goes. Top left there. He purposely played position for the 5 on this side so he could track over to the left hand side of the table for the 6. Smart thinking, didn't want to be straight in. Soft draw, and then again he's left his cue ball on the rail because he needs this angle to get to the 7. Smart thinking again. Oh, he had to develop the 7. Obviously it didn't go into a pocket, and that's a little bit unfortunate, landing on the rail like that. But he has developed the cluster successfully. Got to stay down on this ball. Nicely done. Good execution there from Shane. A little bit thin on the 9, but shouldn't be a problem. Centre ball striking. You want to miss the side pockets here with the cue ball. Ties up the match again. 4-4. Quite competitive. Alex to break. Rack number 9. Let's see if he can hit a good break. And that was a bit better. Looks like he might get a shot. No. Yes. No. Not sure if the 1 ball has any pocket. You see a massive difference in Shane's break compared to Alex's. Shane's break is more calculated. It's more of an exact science. He's playing position for the 1 whilst controlling his cue ball as well. It's pushing out. Not sure if Shane can make this one. Does it go past the 6? We shall soon find out. But if it does, that's a poor shot by Alex. Because this is quite makeable, especially for SVB. Bottom left on the cue ball here. It did go, but he fluked it. Obviously, the ball went past the 6, but he missed the ball and fluked it in the corner pocket. He'll take it. It's part of the game. Okay, he's going to chop this 2 in the side, maybe. Oh, wow. Look at his cue ball here. Pretty good. From that position to use 1, 2, 3, 4 rail position on the 3 is not bad at all. Trying to think where he's going to make the 4. He's loading up with bottom left. Oh, wow. Bit of an exhibition shot there by Shane. Unfortunately, snookered himself. Or is there a gap? There's always a gap. The dreaded gap. By the looks of it, it looks like Shane can catch a piece of this ball. Oh, stop it, Shane. That's ridiculous. Played it with tons of inside spin. Wow. Left with a tough 5 now. Does he pound it or just make the ball? Does he want to get closer to the 6 ball? Or is he going to take his medicine and just accept a long shot on the 6? That's what he's done. Lost his cue ball slightly again. If he follows, looks like the cue ball's going to go into the 7. Oh wow, played it with some right hand spin to come in and out of the corner for nice position on the 7. That was smart play too. And nicely on the 9. What a great run out by Shane. Some real nice shots in there, including some exhibition shots. Nice 9 ball too. Rack number 10. Shane goes ahead for the first time, leading 5-4. He would have had a great shot on the 1, but the 6 ball has hampered him. This is a horrible shot. But I've noticed over the years, Shane likes these. He's probably got some kind of system he uses. See, short feathers, very short feathers. See his backswing. Didn't pull his cue back that much, so it stayed on line. Very nice shot. Great execution there by Shane. Would have liked to be slightly straighter on this 3 ball, but it's not a problem. Doesn't look like the 7 goes past the 8. So needs to find a pocket for the 7. Played with topspin, used a little bit of left-hand spin to bump the 8 and hold for position for the 7 in the corner. Another good play. Looks like Shane's getting his act together. SVB 6-4 in a race to 9. Rack number 11. The Plague from The Hague, they call him. Okay, Alex experimenting with the break now. He used a kind of soft cup break there and has dressed up the 1 nicely. Probably played 2-rail position here with some outside spin to leave a shot on 3. Tons of experience and knowledge in Alex Lely. Nice shot. Needs a bounce. That'll do. That works. Alex is also a commentator for the Billiard Network, this channel. Also does some snooker punditry on Eurosport. Okay, he's got a shot on the 4. Now the cue ball's going to go up and down table. Be interesting to see how he would get position on the 5. There is a shot. It's quite cute though. It's come between the gap 8 and 9 and hit the short rail on the right hand side of the 8 to get position. It's a little bit tricky, and he's played it absolutely perfect. Yeah, I mean, that was the obvious shot, but it wasn't easy to execute, to find that accurate line there for the cue ball. Bottom right, sorry. Get closer to your work. Needs an angle to get up for the 8. And this looks absolutely perfect to play 2-rail position. And he wants his cue ball on the long rail. Ideally somewhere around the middle diamond up there by the long rail on the left-hand side. So bottom left on the cue ball here, probably 7 o'clock. Swing it round 2 rails. Obviously you want an angle to get back for the 9. Middle diamond, yep, that'll do. It was just after the middle diamond. He's landed pretty good. Top right hand English, 1 o'clock on the cue ball. Got to get your speed right. Follow through. Nicely done. Good positional shot. You see Alex's cue ball. It's top notch. Nice 9 ball. 6-5. Rack number 12. SVB to break. See the 1 ball banks before the side pocket and dresses up over the corner. I mean, he's unlucky there if he's snookered, but he would have had a shot again on the 1 ball. They call him the South Dakota Kid, but a couple of years ago, well, a few years ago in 2015, Shane played the World Championship in Qatar, and it was the final against Kopin Yi. And I was also commentating on that match there with Ted Lerner. And I came up with a couple of names for Shane. I like, one of them is the American Express, or another is Captain America. Who likes those? Let me know in the comments box. Or if you've got any suggestions for Shane's nickname, please let me know. I'd be intrigued to find out. I mean, the South Dakota Kid is okay, but we needed something a little bit more jazzy, a little bit more spicy. You know what I mean? So any suggestions would be appreciated. Can play the cue ball behind the 7 and 5, 1 ball down the table. Okay. Maybe he did try what I suggested, but just mishit it. Bottom left on the cue ball here. Get your cue ball back for the 3. Yes, a nice angle here. A nice shot, lovely shot. He landed absolutely perfect to play that shot where he could bump off the rail and develop the 7-5. These are always tricky because you're playing past the point, the knuckle, or the titty, as the American contingent would say. Nice shot. He shaked his head slightly there, but seems fine to me. Just needs to draw back. You will find that top players don't always like to draw back. They like to maintain an angle. That's probably why he shaked his head. Had some lovely tournaments in this club before the pandemic. You can see billboards on the side of the Mez Bucharest Open, which is a great tournament which is held annually. 7-5 to Shane. Alex to break. It's a good break. He made a bunch of balls there. This looks like 2 corner balls went in and the one in the side. Yep, he made 3 balls with a nice shot on the 2 ball. Probably is going to stun off the long rail, back out into the middle of the table for the 3. Or does he roll it? Okay. Okay, that was quite smart. Yeah, why hit it hard when you don't need to? Use the 7 as a stopper. Smart play by Alex. Also a good bank ball player and a one pocket player. Spends some time in America now and then. When he gets spare time, goes out there and learns other disciplines. Great player, Alex Lely. Used to be one of the best in Europe. Okay, he's got a little angle here, so you can just play one rail position. Maybe a touch of inside if you want to straighten up the cue ball, but it's not really necessary. Looks like he did use a smidgen of inside there. Only 1 rack behind after this 9 ball. 7-6. Game on again. Shane doesn't like it. Rack number 14. SVB to crack 'em. Oh, stop it, Shane. That's illegal. You can't be doing that. Can you see nearly every time the 1 ball has dressed up over the side pocket, corner pocket. Bottom right on the cue ball. Cue ball in the middle of the table. Didn't want to be straight on this ball. You probably wanted a half ball shot so you could get down table for the 3. Now has to put a stroke on it and draw back. Flirts with the 9. Yeah, you see, if he had that half ball angle on the 2, he could have played a much better positional shot. I'm not sure. According to his body language, looks like he's at least partially snookered. Shaking his head, doesn't like it. A slight swerve. For me, you either kick it from behind or you jump it. But the jump is fraught with a bit of danger. Could lose the cue ball here. It's got to play like a soft jump and not have it bouncing too much. Don't want the cue ball to lift up in the air too much. And there you see it. Yeah, it was looming large that the cue ball would come off the table there. Nice gift for Alex. Yeah, I wanted to maintain a 2 rail angle here for the 7 so you can swing round for the 8. A little bit of left hand spin here, bottom left. That'll do. Probably play the 9 in the same pocket. Good 2 rail. Okay, slow rolled it. And probably playing it 2 rails was the most prudent play there. You're kind of guaranteed to have a shot that way. And because he pulled out the cue ball a little bit, has lost position from the 9. Now has to get the rake out, or the rest as we call it in London. There you see, when he's standing there, he's actually aiming, and when he gets down, he knows where his aiming point was. Good 9 ball. 7-7 ties up the match. Rack number 15, Alex to Blake, a break. The score is level at 7-7. This looks, oh, what an unfortunate time to scratch. I mean, he did lose the cue ball. One good shot here could set up the rack. They always say the most important shot in a rack of 9 ball is your first shot, because it sets up the whole rack. If you get that right, it should be plain sailing. And there you see, he's got a nice angle on this 2 ball to do whatever he likes. Probably just one rail, play the 3 in the same pocket. Just landed straight again. Probably wanted to have a 3/4 ball shot there so he could use the rail to get down table. Now he has to draw straight back, which is a little bit more tricky, because you can always underdraw or overdraw. You can miscue when you're drawing back. I always like to stay away from the drawback anyway. Nevertheless, he's done a good job. Jacking up slightly, probably going to pound the cue ball into the rail. Cue ball centre of the table, should I say. And that is pretty much perfect. Can play 2 rail position here. Probably between the 7 and the side pocket, land somewhere on the rail and bounce out a bit. He wants to bounce out a bit there to maintain an angle. Bottom right on the cue ball, not too much. Center table position again. That'll work. Not ideal, but that'll work. It's loading up with left. Okay. And this will put him on the hill. (8-7) to SVB. He's on the hill and breaking. Rack number 16. And there you go again. He's going to get a shot on the 1. Yes. Wow. He's really going to be a tough cookie to beat if he plays like this at the World Championship. It's the same breaking format, so I don't see why he wouldn't. It's a pretty easy rack here to close out this set. For me, it's nice to see Shane come to Bucharest and practice at the IDM Club. Shows how determined he is to win the World Pool Championships next week. Has been in the final, like I said, in 2015. Actually played better than Ko Pin Yi in that final for me, but lost in a close encounter. That's one tournament Shane wants to win badly. I'm not sure how many sets they are going to play, but this is the first set. Maybe they will play more sets, and I could commentate on those, but we shall see. Be nice if they played some other disciplines as well. Maybe some banks or one hole. It'd be nice to watch. Yeah, easy peasy for Captain America. Takes down the set. 9-7. Pretty good match. Was quite competitive. Alex taking a timeout. Thanks for watching, guys. Anyway, this is the first set. Shane's just going to hit some balls in preparation for the next set. I'm not sure what they're going to play, but you are watching the Billiard Network. My name is Imran Majid. Please subscribe and follow if you like this video, and hopefully I'll be back with some more 9-ball action very shortly. Ciao for now.